Hey y'all,
Welcome back
to the channel. Yes, honey.
I know you fucking lying.
Okay then.
Hey y'all,
Welcome back.
welcome back, honeys.
Yes, y'all. Welcome back to another reality TV review.
Yes.
So, before we get into it, y'all, make sure y'all got y'all libations. Is it liberated? Libations.
I don't know what that is.
Get your liquor. Make sure you got y'all tequila, y'all, and y'all got y'all Red Bull, your little whatever you taking with it, a lime or something, and make sure you got your ambiance set while we go ahead and get into this Queens of R&B.
And make sure you guys are tuned in because tequila time is coming up. So we've been prepping for tequila time so we can be right.
Y'all, we not right.
Y'all gotta be able to feel this tequila time. It's going down. Make sure y'all tune in.
We'll figure it out, y'all.
It's gonna be lit, I'm telling you.
It's gonna be a mess. Yes, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this Queens of R&B episode 3. And yeah, so it starts off with Latasha talking to Taj about the internal issues that Escape is having.
She ain't no internal group member, so you shouldn't have been having this conversation, but okay.
Internal. Do we need to put the definition on here? Because I don't think you know what that means. But anyways, they're talking about that, and they're at the is it Museum of
They're
R&B?
at the National Museum of African American Music, and
That was, you know what? I heard that is a nice ass museum. I would like to check that out.
Y'all let us know if y'all want us to do a review and go up and down and let's show y'all what's going on.
Yeah, it's only like 5 hours away, I think.
It's in Tennessee, so that would be great. But yeah, so they went there.
Yeah, and ultimately they're just walking around and they wind up seeing their groups. I think was SWV on there?
We didn't see SWV.
Well,
we saw Escape
was definitely
on the
there.
wall.
They were on there. It was nice. Of them, like when they first started, it was real nice.
It was really nice. You know, so Taj asked her about what's going on. Here go Tasha. She's talking about, well, Tamika body shames me, and she's talking about me having the smallest butt in the group.
Taj said, I know y'all not arguing about little booties.
My thing is they wasn't, because I don't remember them saying that text message said that, and if I'm wrong, y'all put it in the comments down and let me know. But I don't remember the text message saying anything about you having the smallest butt in the group.
Nah, she said I would kiss your ass
if you had one. And that was just that. So here you are trying to play the victim role with Taj. Stop. It's petty. It's minuscule. It's childish. Like, grow up. You showing your insecurities at this point.
And is.
Because if you feel like you the smallest, butt in the group, I mean, keep it to yourself. Talk to your husband about it. Figure it out for yourself. What do you want to do to make yourself feel beautiful so that you don't put yourself in another situation to where you feel like, oh, well, they have bigger assets than I do.
You better squat.
Girl, bye.
Honey.
And she mentions the issues with the mama too. And so Taj was just like, this explanation sounds very vague. If this is what the issues are, they're small.
Very much so. That's what I'm saying. Y'all argue. Well, you trying to have an issue about petty shit that could easily be gotten over.
Exactly.
Y'all could easily work through this damn shit, but your ego, whoever egos is getting on my goddamn nerves.
She mentioned about her solo deal as well to Taj.
It's interesting you told her but didn't tell your group members.
Okay, friend. You can tell Taj, who's not in Escape.
Somebody you trying to go into business with. That's what I don't understand. Ain't no way that I'm to go to a coworker, a colleague that I'm trying to start up something with. Like, so y'all, I'm in IT. So I'm not gonna go to another IT specialist like, yeah, I think we should go into business together, but not give no details. Or, if the details I'm giving is I want to go into business, but I ain't got no money. I don't have no computer. I don't have no contacts to get this up off the ground, to do this, and that, but I want to go into business with you. Mm-hmm. That's what that sounds like. Like, yeah, we want to go into business, but I got an issue with my sister, who got an issue with my mama. I got an issue with Candy going solo. I got an issue with this. That don't make sense.
Nobody don't want to be on the drama train. Like, that would not make me want to go into business with you, because these things are small, and if you can't handle these small things, what happens when we have an issue within our business? You gonna run and tuck your tail?
Because that's what you're doing.
You gonna run and play the victim?
That's what you're doing.
That's a problem, boo, and you need to learn how to keep your mouth shut.
Period.
Handle your issues with a therapist and your husband, and keep everybody else out of it. It does not make sense. And you didn't even give your group members this much information. And they asked you multiple times in the past 2 episodes, let's have a talk. Let's sit down. Let's talk it out. You couldn't even do that, but you can do that with Taj. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, girl.
That shit blew me. I was like, no, she is not sitting up here telling this girl this business, and you don't even have the decency to open your mouth when you're around the people that you're having the issues with. Scary much? Are you scared of them? Are you scared?
We just need to talk. Bitch, you ain't saying nothing.
You ain't saying a motherfucking thing.
But you can open your mouth around other people.
I'm gonna need you to make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It don't.
Coco meets up with her son. Coco meets up with her friends. And she mentions that she has a diagnosis of bipolar depression, which she's had since 2017. She talked about having manic episodes, deep depression, and homicidal thoughts, y'all. She also talked about starting to take psychiatric medications, which has helped her behaviors and her moods. And she also mentioned that 52-year-old WAP.
Okay.
And this pussy still get wet like I'm 21. You got 52, but this pussy is 21.
She had to mention that wet ass pussy.
She said it gets wet like a 20-year-old.
Don't play with her.
Multiple times she said that shit, so she wants everybody to know that it gets wet.
It's that wow.
That thing is thinging.
That thing is juice.
It is squirting.
Okay.
Spurting.
Okay.
Waterfall.
And I was just, really glad to see Coco, showing us a side of her. She's like, no, I don't want no friends from the industry. I want some real hood ass friends who ain't interested in what's going on in my business. Yeah. And I like that you have friends that can be there for you outside of the industry. I thought that was great.
That was
because
nice.
I do remember back when SWV had their show. I think it was on TV One, or it might have been on WeTV. And you are not the easiest person to get along with. And now knowing what you are going through, it explains your behaviors. Mm-hmm. So thank you for that information and for being open about your mental health, because a lot of people need to start going and get diagnosed to find out, why am I acting the way that I'm acting? And maybe they wouldn't lose so many people, friends, connections, and resources, and get the help that they actually need. So kudos to you, Coco.
Right.
Guys.
Yes. So
SWV, they had a show in Pittsburgh.
Yes, they did.
They are definitely booked.
Booked and busy.
They are definitely booked and busy. Okay?
Yeah, and I mean, Escape, I'm gonna need y'all to get on it because they working. They are working.
So then Tamika invites her mom over for dinner. She cooks her this big dinner, her favorite dinner, and she tells her mom that she shows favoritism. Well, her mama comes back and says that, she allows Tasha to express herself without interrupting her because she isn't disrespectful when she's talking. The mama let it be known aggressively that she is the 5th member of the group. She brought up the whole situation with her divorce from their father, struggling to raise them, and claiming that Tasha is crushed by what Tamika said to her regarding the whole stealing the money situation.
When my mom looks at me, she see my dad. I'm a daddy's girl.
I'm that silent member that keep you and Tasha together.
No, Mama.
Whether
You
you want
always
to
tell
believe
me
it or
I'm
not.
wrong.
Tasha is crushed at you.
No, she's not.
I'm
No,
telling
she's
you.
not.
We're gonna talk
Mama, how would you know if she stole it or not unless you was spending it?
I just feel like this is that old tale of when parents do whatever they do, and then when their children grow up, expect for their child to take care of them. At the end of the day, it's not the child's responsibility. It's nice if they do, but it's not their responsibility. So, yeah. Unfortunately, in your life, you had to struggle and you went through your trials and tribulations, but that's no reason as to why you expect whatever you're expecting from Tasha. I mean, from Tamika.
Well, it's obvious that they've been giving her, some of the money that they've been earning, which, I kind of do that with my mama. You know what I'm saying? Just the appreciation
I
of
get
it all.
that, but it shouldn't be expected.
You shouldn't feel entitled.
Exactly.
You shouldn't feel a part of my business because you not in my business and you not in my group. So what we do when it comes to business has nothing to do with you, and you should stay out of it. And I'm just speaking, as a viewer of this show, but then also just as a daughter myself. You don't help me make the money that I make. You ain't up there singing no songs. You ain't wrote no songs. You don't put in no rehearsals. You don't make sure the wardrobe, no nothing, no makeup, no hair, no nothing. You have nothing to do with my business. What you need to do is stay in your place and wait till I hand you this cash. Shut up and stay out of it.
Okay,
sorry.
then.
Not sorry.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. You're not the fifth member.
You're not.
No matter how much you feel a part, maybe they made you feel like you was a part, so you do feel like you have, entitlement to have an opinion on what's going on within the group, but you don't. Because it's not just them two in a group together. It's two other women. That's not your daughter. You causing more issues where they're already having issues within the group. You need to stay out of it and let them make that money.
Period.
I think you spent some of that money. That's why you going to bat for Tasha.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody want to bring that up. But that's just my opinion. And if you understand, if you read between the lines, because I see you. I see what you doing, mama. The mama, she denies that Tasha stole the money. You can't deny it if you wasn't there. Unless you just taking her word for it. And if you taking her word for it, you need to take Tasha's word.
Exactly.
Tamika's word that the money was stolen.
Exactly.
You cannot choose between your daughters to say who did what. But the fact that you are choosing, you let it be known whose side you're picking, which makes me think you had something to do with it as well. Okay? So Tamika basically tells her mama that I gotta step back from you, mom. I gotta step back from our relationship if you can't acknowledge and respect me as an adult. I concur.
I'm setting boundaries.
Okay.
Set them boundaries.
You have to. It doesn't matter who it is. Your significant other, your mama, your sister, your brother, your friend, your manager. Set boundaries for yourself. If you don't, you'll be making decisions based off of other people and not for yourself, and you're not going to be happy. So I'm here for you, Tasha, putting your foot down and setting boundaries, and I hope that you don't backtrack and feed into the shenanigans of your mama and your sister.
Especially since she called herself apologizing and saying, I love you.
You mean the world to me.
Right.
You the most thing in this world that I love. Can't be, because you don't show me that. Your mouth say one thing, but your actions is showing something different, and that's where it counts. You haven't shown her love. She does not feel loved. You ain't listening, but you saying some things just for her to get over it, so it can be smoothed over and pushed under the rug.
Cameras right there too,
girl.
Because we clearly know you care about the cameras. We recognize that you care about the cameras and how you're being portrayed on camera. So I don't know if you doing it for the camera, but
I know them tears stop real quick when the camera did a close up on you. Like your face was completely dry. So baby, maybe you should go do acting. And maybe you won't have to worry about being the fifth member because you're going to be focused on you.
And this coming from two women that got good relationships with their mamas. Like, not trying to, it's not a boastful thing. It's just knows how to set healthy boundaries. Knows that maybe sometimes I gotta get a little firm with you, or it knows how to be respectful, but also knows how to be an adult. So when we're talking about this, I hope you don't be like, well, that's my mama to that. Yeah, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody finna come for my mama, but I'm also gonna let my mama know, yay and nay, right is wrong, and you don't know if you don't know. Yeah. Period.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys get that together and you stand firm on your boundaries and you be assertive in that relationship with your mom and your sister, and just move forward. Work on the business of Tamika.
Exactly.
Okay then.
So then it moves on to Candy and Taj meeting up because, they see each other. And I see y'all too because I'm a Taurus too. It's a Taurus thing. I know. Anyways, so Taj tells Candy about that Motown meeting. But
so Taj tells Candy about the solo offer with Tasha, and Candy explains to Taj that Tasha has done this previously when they were in a group together, about her not saying that she wants to leave the group, having a big ego, and keeping the group as a safety net. Instead of her being honest about what it is that she wants to do, she gonna hold them in the back pocket until something is actually done with her solo career. It's like, man,
because she's a Taurus like me, and so yeah. When you know who, Tasha, she was in Nashville at Motown. Really, like this is a repeat of history. Didn't really want to say she was out the group, and it really was just because she wanted to.
A safety net.
A safety net, because she didn't really care.
It's like, ma'am, we've said this on the last episode as well, the last review. You need to pick a side. You either gonna do the solo or you either gonna be all in with Escape. You cannot have both. You have these ladies lingering in the background like you Gladys Knight and Day the Pips, and they waiting on you to make any decisions as far as shows and tours and interviews or whatever. You need to get it together because you holding these women back from moving forward, and that's a problem for me because you messing with their money. It ain't my money, but you messing with their money, and I feel them.
Honey, what's that scripture? Choose ye this day who you will serve. Girl, I'm gonna need you to pick a side.
You have to. So Taj says that Escape should go on as a trio
because one monkey don't stop no show.
And don't.
Okay.
Okay. And so she says, hey, maybe I should come to our rehearsal. We have a show coming up, and let's discuss the tour. Or also, let's just discuss having one show to see how that go before we move forward with the tour. So,
I mean, I'm happy she brought that up because everybody telling her that she know all y'all business, and she clearly know that y'all not going to be able to make it through a tour. And so let's just try.
Let's just do the trio, and y'all come do this show. We going to see how y'all sound, what y'all look like, what's the buzz, and then let's talk about doing a show as a trio because Tasha ain't stopping nothing. And I like that Taj is like, listen, I'm about the business. What's gonna make SWV money? And that's what Tasha need to be thinking about because the other three is thinking about it. What makes us money? And making us money is this tour. But you don't hear them though.
But you don't hear them.
Lily, she went and hanged out with her son, and she talks to him about pushing and having a better grind. Like, you need to grind harder when it comes to your rap career without my resources.
Because it definitely sounds like you trying to ride SWV coattail. Like, Lily, my mama, give me a shot.
Yeah.
That ain't what they said, but just based off of her, it seemed like that's probably what you would do when you step in a meeting.
Yeah, you got to realize it's a lot. Well, what they say is it's a lot more easier now to get into the industry than what they had to go through back then. Yes, they have those resources. Yes, they have those connections, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to slide them over to you or set up something for you to get in. No, you need to grind. You need to show effort. You need to show that you out here putting yourself out, putting your music out, putting yourself in situations where you can meet certain people. And I don't think he's been doing that. So it just really is unfortunate, you know, that a lot of these child stars, so to speak, feel entitled.
That's exactly how y'all feel.
Like, people is working hard out here for where they are, and y'all come in and just think that it's supposed to be given to you when it's not.
That's not how it works.
Right. So she basically talked to him about her book, her audio book, The Many Faces of Sister Hot Pussy, an erotic audio book of her alter ego.
Hot Pussy is my alter ego. She's sexy. She doesn't care what people think about her.
Honey, SWV is clearly going through a heightened sex drive right now.
Okay, it's just puss.
Honey, you writing erotica books?
Yes.
Okay, now.
I want to hear it, honey. What you been thinking about?
You gonna listen to it?
I'm gonna listen to it. She basically saying, you know, like, she wants to be known as more than a group member of SWV. I want to be able to have something outside of the group. And I think that's great for Lily to be thinking about those things, because she mentioned when the group had broken up, how she became homeless and where she was sleeping at. It wasn't safe and those things like that. And basically saying, like, I hit rock bottom when that group broke up. So if this was to happen again, I need to have something to fall back on. That's an adult for you.
Period.
Okay? People out here need to know everything is not set in stone and it's going to happen the way that you want it to happen. So you need to be venturing off into different things.
Yes.
Honey.
You gotta figure it out. So then it goes on to Tasha being in the stew. It's so cool. The stew. In the studio, y'all, working on new music. And her husband, Rocky, comes in and she let it be known that she still ain't told Escape about her having this Motown meeting.
Right.
She lets it also be known that Candy had hit her up for a meeting that they were going to get together at SWV's practice to, you know, discuss the show and things like that. And she was thinking about not going, in which Rocky was like, you need to go ahead and go. If it's just to show these bitches who you are, you need to go.
Like, I'm gonna need Roshia.
Okay then.
Rocky is no longer Rocky. You Roshia.
Yes.
Because you in these women's business like you sixth member. You got the mama and now you too.
Now we're seeing why y'all having so many issues. It's too many other outside influences.
Rocky, why would you say that? If anything, you should have said, yeah, baby, you need to go on to that meeting so we can find out what's going to bring this family a little bit more income.
Okay, then.
Like, think about the bigger picture. You want her to go and be petty. You want her to keep stirring up drama.
It don't make no sense.
And not to mention, she's been offered this solo deal, but she hasn't taken it yet because she's still trying to figure out what's going on with Escape. Girl, pick a side.
Pick a side.
You said this is what you wanted.
So what?
They
why are you
offered it to you, and you ain't signed yet. It don't make sense. The sense ain't making.
You on some other shit, and I'm gonna find out what you got going on, Tasha, because you got something else going on up here, and now maybe that's why your mama be holding your hand so damn much, because she knows something is going on up here. That's why she give more care to Tasha and not Tamika, because we see who the strongest one out the bunch.
I'm getting a bit of delay.
Mm.
Something ain't right. Anyway,
Yep.
Coco's son, he previews his new song to his followers, and she encourages him to move forward with becoming a dentist. He's saying he don't want to go to school. He's saying that, you know, he doesn't want to sacrifice himself to make other people happy. So he comes up with the compromise of taking a year off from school to focus on his music to see where it goes. I got a problem with that. Because you say you're grown. You said you was grown. I can't remember if it was 18 or 19. You said you was grown, right? You want your mom to continue to take care of you while you pursue your dream. Now, I understand your mama got it like that. And you have been afforded with this opportunity to not go out here and have to get a job, to not go out here and have to be an adult, to not go out here and have to show independent skills. I get that. You have that opportunity that a lot of people don't have. However, this goes back to the same thing we saying about Tasha. You need, like Tasha, you need to be able to have plans in place.
Right.
And backup plans.
Right.
Your mama is saying go do music on the weekends, but go to school.
Right.
I am agreeing with your mama. I be around here putting sticky notes every motherfucking way. You got a job? Did you get an interview? You need a job? You need a job? When you gonna get to work? When you gonna bring some money into the house? I paying all the bills. I'm gonna leave your ass sticky notes on your forehead when you wake up in the morning. Don't play with me, because guess what? I'm not here to continue to take care of you. When you become an adult, you need to be adulting.
Right.
Because guess what? If I continue to do this, you're going to continue to rely on me. You got to realize I ain't going to be here forever. So you need to be able to show me that you have some type of skills. And when you fall, I'll be there to help you and I'll be there to support you. But you need to do something right now while I'm still here, because nobody's days are promised.
Period.
And these kids need to understand that my mama may not always be here. My grandma may not always be here. I need to be able to stand on my own too. And that starts in your young adulthood.
It does.
And when you fall down on your ass, you got a place to go back to. But you at least need to show some type of initiative towards your independence, so we can see where you lacking and we can help you along the way.
And your grandma need to stop enabling you.
Baby, the waterworks was running. He was just crying and crying, and Coco was sitting there like,
Okay.
But you need to go to school.
Okay then.
Because it's obvious that you are a crybaby. And they've been coddling you.
It has been.
And your mama's sick of it. You need to do something. You ain't sitting on nobody's lap. As soon as you came up with that compromise, them tears stopped, because you saw you was getting what you wanted. You had that instant gratification. If y'all continue to let him do that, you're going to have a problem. A grown ass problem.
Because he already grown.
So it is what it is. That ain't my child.
Honey. So then it moves on to SWV's rehearsal. By the way, y'all outfits are cute. Y'all looked really nice.
And they sound good.
Y'all definitely sound good. Y'all need a little oil on them joints, but it is what it is.
They ain't never been no real dances though.
They ain't, but since y'all trying to incorporate it, they've
always had little moves, little steps. They steppers. That's what they are. They steppers. They ain't no dancers. They steppers.
Still need a little oil on them joints. Either way though, the rehearsal was good. And ultimately, Escape does show up. So we could talk about this show.
Right.
In which it took a little resistance, but ultimately they all agreed that they were going to do a show. And now we need to talk about Billy.
Yes. So then Candy, she basically says, okay, well, I want to talk about billing due to the fact that Escape, we headlined the last tour. And she's like, we need to know whose name is going to be headlining. You know what I'm saying? And so, of course, everybody is like, oh, why is that an issue? Why is that an issue? Well, y'all doing a lot of shows. Y'all booked and y'all busy. Which means people are seeing y'all. Smaller crowds are seeing y'all almost every other month. Escape ain't been doing no shows. But they've been very hot these past couple of years. And they've been very relevant. So, we headlined the last time. I don't think we can go and be just on the listing at a show. Now, I understand that this is y'all show, and we're just coming on doing one show with you guys. So, I get that. But what she was explaining was, if we're going to do this show and this tour, we need to talk about who's going to be headlining, because them coins got to be coining. I can't go from here and then come down here because you sold 80 billion records. We talking about what's hot now, what's hot today. And if you had a show last month, the next month, and the month after that, and I had the opportunity to go to all of those shows, I don't know if I'm going to want to see you again, whether Escape is on the show or not. The money gotta be mathing. It has to make sense.
If they were co-lining, it would have meant that everybody got the same amount of money, right?
Co-headlining, yeah.
I mean, I don't really see a problem with that, but I do understand if...
She like, we can co-headline, but I want our letters to be bigger. But we co-headlining, but I want our letters to be bigger.
Well, clearly that still got to tie in with billing because you're talking about billing. So if the bigger letters means an additional 10,000 or however much y'all weigh, I mean, why? I'm like, y'all got too many fucking issues. Let's get to it. So yeah, we could co-headline, but it's like I still see why y'all. Well, I think we should be the headliners, and I can see all three. Well, yeah, all three. Well, two really, because SWV is with the co-headline. They ain't even trying to headline. They trying to just straight co-headline.
Yeah.
And y'all trying to headline.
Yeah.
I really think that's something that could easily be worked out, truthfully.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all can co-headline. People are going to buy merchandise. Candy, you going to have extra plays and hell, get OLG people over there to do some food or some shit like that. Like, it's other ways to make money. So I think it would be good to just co-headline and make y'all money wherever else in the venue that y'all can. Cause why not?
It could have been something that could have been worked out had SWV not got up and walked out because they sold 80 million records or whatever, 30 million records. I can't even remember, but it's kind of like y'all need to sit in it. Everybody needs to learn to sit in it to resolve things. Everybody just keep walking off and walking off and walking off. It's kind of like, no, let's sit in it. Let's come to a resolve. Let's come to a compromise so that we can make it happen. Y'all say y'all want to make it happen, but then when I bring an issue to you and it's about money, which I know we all feel is important, let's discuss it. The managers, they like, yeah, we with the co-headline, but I don't think that they should headline. And, you know, SWV feels the same way that their managers do. I can tell that Tiny and Candy were on a business, had a business mindset. Tamika is all with it because she want that money.
Period.
And you got Tasha's face looking all shocked like, oh no, she didn't type of thing. Like, yes, she did.
Tasha ain't got no opinion.
You ain't got no backbone unless Rocky is there.
Period.
And because Rocky wasn't there, you just looking all around looking stupid. No, what you need to be doing is having a confident face, just like your group members, so that you can bring in that money and hopefully pay your motherfucking sister back.
Ooh.
Like, get with the program. You either with the group or you not. And your face is showing that you not, boo.
I don't even know why you on the show, Tasha.
Why really come to an escape meeting, rehearsal, or whatever if you're not going to be in agreement for what makes business and what makes money for the group? Girl, Taj ain't your motherfucking friend.
And ain't, nor is she your group member, so...
She already said, boot your motherfucking ass and go on as a trio.
Okay, then.
Because you don't stop no show.
Okay, then.
So you need to learn to have the backs of the people that got your back. Period. Pooh.
It just makes sense.
Girl, I cannot. Y'all, let us know down there in them comments what y'all think about this episode. Am I being too harsh? Am I being too stern? Because I feel the way I feel and I ain't changing my mind. But I definitely would like to hear, if maybe I'm going a little too hard. You know what I'm saying? And I could think about scaling it back just a little.
Maybe not.
Probably not. But I still want to hear your opinions.
Yeah.
Get in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and follow on the pages where you can follow.
Definitely.
Okay?
That's TikTok, that's Instagram, that's YouTube, that's Facebook. Make sure you hitting us up on all platforms. You talk, we talk back.
Yes, we definitely talk back. You got a question, we gonna answer. You got some engagement, I got a kiki and a ha-ha for you.
Period.
Okay? So make sure y'all get into it. Tune into Tequila Time. And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.